Welcome to Zen Woman. I'm Kirsty Jones, founder of Zen Woman, and today I'm going to do a video about something that it means a lot to me. It's reading, and how important reading is for us in our lives. I really feel like in this day and age, too many people can't or don't read, proper books, and I think they're missing out on so much experience and so many things in life. So I've done a little bit of research, and here's a little video on why we should be reading more, and also some of my favourite books. So when we read, we're actually connecting different aspects of our brain, the bits that are associated with language, with vision and with learning, in a really challenging way, which is really healthy for the brain. The more you use it, the more you've got to use. That mental stimulation that you get from that is amazing for keeping the brain young. It fights off dementia, all the sort of memory problems and things that we have. Remembering, your characters and your plots, it can improve your memory, not just ward off the loss of memory. So it's brilliant for warding off all of those sort of age-related issues that we can have in the brain. Reading is really good for that. It's also brilliant for focus and productivity. When we read, we have to focus all of our energy in the reading. And this really helps to train our brain to be more focused and not thinking about a million things at once, which improves our productivity in itself. But also, when you're reading specific books where you relate to the character, you feel their down times, you learn their lessons, and you visualize their success, you're there with them, you experience that with them, it can be incredibly motivating. Reading a good book can send you out there focused and motivated to do better yourself. They had actually done a study that found that reading before work, just for 10 minutes before work, sends you into work a hell of a lot more focused and gives you a much more productive day than just going straight to work. So have a little read before you've got to do something focused. Also, reading books is amazing for your education. You're learning not only about grammar, speaking, writing, the way the language is put together, but a lot of books are actually teaching us other things as well. Some of them have historical facts or psychological things in them. Some of us, we're learning about places in the world or certain people. There's so much information in every book. And knowledge is power. It is. They can take anything away from you in life. There are times when you can lose your money, your wealth, your health, but you can never lose your knowledge. That will be with you to the very end. And it's important. The more knowledge you have, the more interesting you are, the more you've got to say, and the more you don't talk crap because you actually know what you're talking about. And then obviously it's incredible for stress relief. So reading a book, you block out the world a lot of the time, which is amazing for relieving stress. And they've also done studies that found reading spiritual texts or texts on like personal development and things like that can really help us feel more peaceful, more relaxed, more positive. It releases so much stress. And in fact, they did a study that found that after reading, people were 67% less stressed. 67%. That's a high number. And a hell of a lot less than the results for watching TV, playing video games. I can't remember what the other thing was, but all the other things that we often do for stress relief. This was just much better. Oh, music as well. So that is great for all those things. Plus, who doesn't love a happy ending? When you get to the end of a really good book and it's got a really good ending, it makes you feel happier. It's like you've had that good ending. It's brilliant. So, really good idea. Have a little read before you go to work. You can even try reading at the gym, depending on what you're doing at the gym. If you're just, on the bike or something, you can have a book in front of you. Depends what you're doing. And it's also good to read with someone else. So me and my partner do this. He reads me books most nights, and we sort of shared that story together then. Not only can we discuss the book, but it's a shared experience. It actually helps you to bond with that other person when you're experiencing that story, that adventure, that reading time together. And it means that you're actually taking the time to put the time and effort into someone you love, and vice versa. So I think it's really good to read with a person. It doesn't have to be with a child. It's not, a kiddie thing that you have to read to them before bed. You can do that as an adult. It brings you closer still. And so all those amazing things, whether or not you read, you'll find a genre and authors that work for you. For me, I think some of my favourite authors have got to be Stephen King, particularly the Dark Tower series, Insomnia, Duma Key. Dean Koontz, I love his Odd Thomas series and pretty much anything that he's written. I like a lot of the James Herbert books. I love the True Blood series, Charlaine Harris, and she also does another series, I've forgotten who they are now. Harper Connolly, the girl in them is. And also I like to read something a bit different. So sometimes I'll read a bit of Leslie Pierce. She does sort of real life. So you get a bit of struggle, the trials and tribulations. That's great. But to be honest, I'll read almost anything. I spend a lot of time reading psychology books and, you know, personal growth books and things like that. And I just think that reading time is absolutely invaluable for me for so many ways. Not just today, but in times in my life when I've had struggle. You know, you have those times, maybe you're going through breakups or the loss of a job or financial stress. I've had them all, pretty much all at once. And it's really helped on all those levels that I was talking about earlier. It can be an amazing tool. It's low cost. It takes a little bit of time investment, but it's not that much. For the benefits, it's so worth it. If you're not used to reading, try a few books out. Try with the small books. Give them a go, because you may find that they can actually really improve your life, your general mood, your general positivity. Let me know how you find it, or let me know what your favourite books are, because I'm always looking for new recommendations of authors or books that I can get hooked on. So thank you for watching and listening, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.